I think we're live. Do you see thumbs up?
Yep.
That was it. What? Oh, there we are. Mike's got high
He's
thumbs
so
up.
tall.
Mike is so tall.
He's so tall.
Not So Tender podcast. I can't even speak today. Not So Tender podcast, episode number 25.
Woo! Yeah.
25.
25.
1/4 of 100.
I was gonna say half of 50.
All right. 1/3 of 75. That's about where our math peaks today.
That's it. That's all we got.
We have a special guest today named Chrissy.
Da, 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 da.
She is a actress and a musician. Is that in order?
How would
I
you
guess there's
prioritize your skill set?
God, they're
She's
both
like, I'm
pretty
acting
low.
like a musician.
They're both pretty low.
That's funny. So she's our special guest today. I saw some music she did, and we have some mutual friends, and I was like, she seems interesting. Let's bring her on.
So far, so good. You
Yeah.
are pretty interesting.
We've already had an interesting conversation before we started this.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how I start the show. I go, Kelly, how was your week?
Shitty.
Nice. So this, I got a little backstory ready. We started season 2, and she's like, oh my God, so amazing. #blast. Like, so good.
First of all.
1 week, she's like this. She walks in, she's like, fucked, just fucked. So that's, hold on, 14. That's 11 weeks of, you have one.
Just so we're clear, everyone. When I originally was like, I love my job.
Mm-hmm.
I do love my job. I love what I do. But I had just quit my full-time job and went part-time with my private practice.
Full summer.
Full summer,
Tan
working
with
like
the
12
chickens.
hours a day. Yes, I was
Kayaking.
seeing people on my patio, like virtually, and then laying out on my hammock, and then kayaking in the afternoon, going to Florida for the weekend.
Then school started.
But then people lost their ever-loving fucking minds. Ever-loving minds. I have 4 intakes this week.
Ew.
I had
I know a girl like that in college.
I had 3 last week. Like, tis the season. I always thought it was like New Year, new me. Nope.
No.
Holidays.
It's not New Year yet.
Holidays are bringing them out.
Yeah, I like it.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Yeah, I like it.
Right.
I like it.
So I have people breaking up. I have people
Getting
frantic because they can't find anybody.
People are poor as hell.
Absolutely.
They
I have
can't
people
afford
that are
bread.
like, I'm so anxious and
Oh my
depressed.
God,
I mean, like,
it's
and
just
like,
so bad.
that's fine. That's fine. I'm not talking shit about you guys, but
Just kidding.
as a clinician, it's a lot right now.
It is a lot.
It is a lot right now.
clinician, what a word.
I love to use that word. It makes
I'm
me sound
not
like a
a
doctor.
Clinician.
A clinician.
I'm just.
How are you doing? I would imagine, I'm going to guess that you're the same because I feel like our clientele ebbs and flows on the
Oh,
same
yeah.
track. Yeah.
100%. I've gained a new hatred this week.
A new one in
Yeah.
addition to the old people.
Yes. I've
What
grown-
other
not for-
population?
No, not a hatred towards people. I have a new case study I'm doing on people. We talked about a little bit earlier this
I
week
know.
about.
Tell them about your new general question.
Oh yeah, so I always ask questions for
Standard
hundreds
questions.
of people.
Oh,
and then
he does,
take in the
like-
data.
Did I get one today?
Qualitative
Yeah.
data.
Did
Yeah,
I?
We'll do it live.
Oh, okay.
So I had 2 girls that were best friends, and they were talking about their boyfriends, and one lives with one, and one is been dating him since she was
2.
14, and she's in her early 20s. But that's a long time to stay together. I feel like these days.
Yeah.
14 to 20 something.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and
gross.
it's a long time.
That's
I mean,
gross.
it's a long time.
Get it together.
No adventure at all.
No. No, they've had a little bit. They've had a couple
he's
breakups.
my first and
No.
only. Oh.
They actually are pretty reasonable.
Okay.
But then they were talking, and I was talking to the one girl, and I was like, so, I mean, you know what a man wants in a woman, right? And they were like this, no.
Chirp, chirp.
And I was like,
Cricket.
have you ever asked your dude what they want in a woman or a woman? And they're like, no. Like, I go, have you ever heard your aunts or sister or mom or grandmothers talk about what men want in women? And they're like this, looking at each other like, have you ever heard that? Have you? And I was like,
What?
y'all have never
Inquired.
what a man wants in a woman, yet you're in relationships?
And also
Uh-oh.
So I went deep.
mind
Oh.
going like,
I went
so
so
you
deep.
know what you want, and you preach that from the high hills.
girls
but you
do,
don't.
right?
Yeah, right.
Then I thought about it because you know me. I'm going to think deep about it. And I
Ooh, I
go, well,
love it.
men don't advocate for themselves a lot. And we're also
Absolutely
taught
not.
to shut our mouths.
Yep.
I mean, let's be honest. We are. We
Or
are.
to leave if it's not what they thought.
Well,
or what
there's
they
no
wanted.
point in saying what we feel because we're not going to get it anyways.
Oh shit! He went there.
That's
with
a
it.
strong generalization.
Well, I might just be speaking about myself.
Okay,
Sure.
You
Sure. Well, that's
know?
what, like, so you feel like there are a clump of men, majority or minority?
I'm going to say a majority because most men, they rarely open up because when they do, if they're met with resistance, we find the path of least resistance.
Okay.
So to open yourself, you become vulnerable. And not to be a
Yes.
jerk, girls are a little more notorious for using things against you later.
That's
that
true.
you do share?
I would agree.
Well,
Chrissy disagrees.
I don't know.
You're pretty good at it.
Oh,
She's like, that's actually a strength of
did you-
mine.
Right, superpower.
Right.
did you see my ex?
Yeah, you showed me. That was pretty good. That was a good superpower. So when I asked what, do women actually
What do men want?
Yeah, and I've been asking girls since, and the only women I know that I've talked to, the ones that are like, yeah, and immediately like, of course I do. They all have really good relationships with their fathers, and they have respectable men as fathers or a male in their life. So I think that kind of goes. I'm noticing that trend is starting to form. That women that don't have good relationships with their fathers or stepfathers or a male figure in their life, they don't really give a fuck what a man wants because those men were screaming from the rooftop constantly about,
Who? What?
the men were probably a
What
little,
men?
the men that they didn't like.
Oh, okay.
They were
Yeah.
probably the men that are always screaming about their problems, but not really doing anything to gain any respect or. So I'm starting to see it just fall exactly the
So
same spots.
strong male figures
That handle their business.
translate into women who know what men want.
Or at least care
Yeah.
because they want their
women that
dad to be
care.
happy.
Aware.
Well, they
Yeah.
would want their dad. You don't want to fail your dad.
No.
Okay, that's really important to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, did you want to fail your husband?
No.
It
Yeah.
matters,
Yeah. Okay.
right? You do. She's like, I don't.
Yeah. No,
fuck 'em.
I can see that.
My dad was
Like,
my crack dealer, but I have a really
That's.
great. I had a really great
have a great
relationship.
relationship?
Well, I mean, you don't want to fail it,
No, hell no. Oh, this
You
shit
gotta
was
buy
butter.
enough, right?
right? So that's the question I've been asking, and it's interesting for sure. And I can't wait to take in the rest of the data for the next few months.
So you're just gonna ask them. That's the general question.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
what do you want in a man? And if I was just like
no,
to
no.
what?
Nope.
What?
Actually, the opposite,
Oh.
which is the doozy.
Yeah.
Do you
what
know
does
what
your
men
man?
want? In,
What does your man think is the traits of a good woman?
Oh, right.
Because I hear it from, women have no problem, which I'm glad.
No, we
you
can
gotta
all say
advocate
what
for
we
yourself.
want.
I want a crier.
Do you?
No, you
No,
don't. No, she doesn't.
I want somebody just.
Physical.
Borderline popping her in the face. That's what
Well, weirdly
Check
enough,
me when I'm crazy.
if you had to pick one or the other, most people would pick something closer to like that higher end of it.
Yeah, no,
Unfortunately.
I know myself well enough to know that I need somebody who's going to call me on my shit.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
find
yeah.
that
A
attractive
good yeah.
of an equal. An equal is really what
Yeah.
it comes to. If I am more dominant than you are,
It's a wrap. It's a
Yeah.
wrap.
I haven't had
Put
that
it under the
right,
tree.
situation.
if I'm being mouthy, tell me I'm being mouthy. Don't bop me in my mouth.
No,
That's not what I
no,
want.
no,
But like,
no, no.
Well,
but like, call me on my shit. Say, Kelly, you are being like simmer.
yeah.
Let's talk
take a
about
breath.
it. Like, yeah.
Let's
And
take
I'd be like,
let's take 10.
Yes, let's talk about it,
Pause.
and then.
Communication is key.
So that's my new question. So if you're at home and you're a lady, and a lot of men listen to this show, I would really hope that you might want to ask your person what their idea of a good person is pretty early on, or even currently, because you might be doing things kind of wrong.
Flabbergasted.
It was kind of, I got mad inside. I was like,
Yeah. That makes sense. You were mad because you felt what?
just,
What was underneath your anger?
I don't know. If you really ask that, I think
That's what I normally ask people. You were
Insulted?
mad because you felt
No.
something else and it pissed you off.
I think I felt because people demand so much out of a relationship, but you don't ask the man you live with what's important to him as having a mate. That's kind of important, man. Like if I say, hey, we're going on vacation, your family and my family is going on vacation.
Sure.
Where's where we're going? do some research. Let me know what you guys would like to do, and maybe we could plan some things. Let me know what you guys are trying to get out of this vacation.
Yeah.
Like some people are like,
Where
I
do
just
you
want to
wanna
read a book.
go?
I
Where
don't
do you
want to be
wanna
bothered.
eat? Like, do you eat seafood? Do you want like
All that stuff. You would do that, but you wouldn't look at the person you're trading gravy with and like ask them like,
What you need?
right, like
What you want?
what's your idea of like for real?
Right. What are your priorities?
What do you find endearing about a good like? We've had this discussion of what we find endearing about another human and what we look for and what we would prefer not to have.
Yeah.
I guess that can't be that rare. I guess it is for men,
No,
but men, you have to advocate for yourself too. But if you start just yapping off at that, it always feels better if I go, hey, what are you looking for in a good man? Like, what's your idea of a good man? Not going like this. I'm going to let you know what kind of good man, what you have to do as a man. That
Right.
comes across
Yeah.
very
That's
fucking
fair.
differently.
Well, and I
right?
would also say there's a double standard because most women would agree that I have come into contact with.
I like that you have to break it down.
Buffer.
13% of all the 18% of women.
Right. I want my husband to do the man shit. Take out the trash, mow the
Right.
grass,
Fuck
do
bitches.
it. No.
Oh, I know he did it.
Yeah.
Fix the car.
Right.
Know what the car like.
car.
If it when it makes that noise, I want you to at least inquire or know or something. Like
Yes.
I've mentioned before, my dad raised me that either your husband needs to know how to do the shit or needs to make enough money to pay somebody else to do the shit,
That's fair.
and that's it.
I think that's
Like
reasonable.
that's his job. As a woman, though, can you imagine a woman hearing, "I want you to raise our children, cook food, clean the house, make a home"? There are a large majority of women that would lose their shit hearing that out loud.
Yeah, I just puked in my mouth.
Right.
Well,
But the
and
standard
I wasn't even
is,
going to that far.
Right.
I wasn't
But, like,
even going
no,
to
I
that
know.
specific. Of, I was more talking about even like
be loyal, be loving, be
how you talk to me.
yeah,
How
Communication.
you, but literally how you talk to me, how you come at me.
be kind.
Like if you just come at me, like nothing makes me happier than a very strong, opinionated woman because left to my own vices, I can't. I have to be
Same.
because I'm so busy.
Yeah, that's why.
And I
I'm
keep
like,
myself
need
so
somebody
busy
that's
that you
like,
have to go.
Hey. Right.
Get it right. And I'm okay with that. But if you come at me hard, I'm just like this. I'm
Yeah.
over there at the Zippo lighter going, I'm just going to light this on
Yeah.
fire and destroy it. So I think just telling somebody, like, if your idea of like, hey, I want a housewife, well, then you got to do some man shit for real.
Yeah.
You know, I've done both.
But that's a
But the fact that they never even asked, here's the other thing that baffled me. They were young. I can understand them not asking. Not really. I guarantee those same girls have wrote their fucking name down with his last name to
Oh,
see
in
what it looked
cursive and
like.
shit?
Yes,
on their notebook.
right. And they've envisioned and did the fucking like thing on AI generator what their kids would look like.
Oh God.
Is that
no.
fair?
I mean,
Okay.
wait, they're young, right? So they didn't use cursive first of
Right.
all.
They might have. They printed it.
They don't
nice.
know how to sign their name or their new name.
They're not that young. Okay.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is you've done all those things. But you haven't
pictured
asked
your
the
life with them.
motherfucker
Yeah.
what he envisions as a human. Like, that's weird as fuck to me. And the fact that I said, have you ever heard your mom or aunt
And they still
or
didn't.
grandma
Yeah.
talk about this? Because you girls talk. You sit around, you know, knitting and doing shit like that.
No, he didn't. Not the knitting.
Knitting. So I don't understand that,
Yeah.
you know? So yeah, it is Mike. Mike is right. Mike just chimed in and said the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, and it's true. Feed us, fuck us, and leave us alone. It's like it's
I'm
the
the
truth.
same way though. I think like a dude.
I mean, I'm not
Far off of
opposed
that?
to
no,
that.
absolutely not.
But that's the
and
path
get the
of
fuck
least
out of my way
Right.
the rest of the 23 hours. Bye.
But that's the path of least resistance, and most people would prefer that. But men especially, because
I
we
like
have
a
to
nice
get shit
balance.
done. And if you're already with a guy who's not meeting certain requirements already, no offense, it doesn't matter what he wants because he's not worth being
Yeah.
with, let alone figuring what he wants. Okay, like if he's not taking care of anything, why are you dating him? Okay,
Well, and I struggle. So I am a decent cook and a good baker. And when I make food and my husband is like, I'm not hungry.
Ooh, I know the knife set came out
did it?
and the poison.
No, I'm just like, well, I don't know what else to do for you if I don't like cook for you. Like,
oh,
I was raised this is it. Like, I can love on you and I can build you up, but like, this is another thing that like
Eat it.
is my job.
Real important.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, so fucking eat it. And he'll like eat a little, and I'm like, was it good?
Jesus.
You know,
I
like,
don't want to be part of that whole thing.
yeah. Like, and I'm not. I pride myself in not being like agitated or aggressive afterwards, but I'm like, come on, like this is like what I.
Now,
am
if he would have
supposed
said,
to
"Hey,
do.
baby, can I just make a plate and put it up? I'm not hungry right this second. I got some shit I got to get done, and then I'm gonna come back and eat it."
That's different.
Yeah.
But when you're like
See?
sitting on the couch,
That's the approach.
and I'm like, hey,
It is. It's all about.
come eat, and he's
No.
like, I'm not hungry. Right.
And it's dinner time.
Yeah. Everybody else is eating,
Yeah.
so like,
Yeah.
come eat,
I'm
eat a
gonna tell
little
you right
bit,
now.
fucking eat.
I was very, very, very blessed that the last person I was with loved to cook, and I loved that she cooked. And I know how to cook. I'm a good cook. But I'll tell you what, when she would message me and go, "What time you get done?" because I'm making dinner. and
Oh,
just
I
wanna
know
make
that's
sure-
right.
I was happy.
Such a good day. That's
Yeah,
a
I
good
was
text.
happy. And not always, because I was just like, I'm trying to, I don't know exactly what time I'm getting off, but I understood what she was trying to do.
Right.
And I told her, I said, hey,
It was an offer.
because she was hungry
Yeah.
too, but also she's like, I want to eat with you. I said, but if you're
Yeah.
hungry, just eat and just put mine up and I'll
Yeah,
eat it. And I think, but
right.
once we talked about that, we were good.
Right. Well, yeah. Don't set yourself
Don't
up
set your
by,
ass on the
like,
couch,
yeah,
dummy.
Like making dinner, expecting me to be home without conversation.
That's how you get dinner not made for you anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So we're going through
Mm-hmm.
20 mistakes to avoid in a new relationship.
Oh, fuck.
Since
you
everybody's
guys.
breaking up for the
Let me
Christmas
take a little
season.
drink of my
Right.
damn this miss.
Mm-hmm.
Shit hits hard.
It does. Mexican Coke.
All right. Number one. I'm just gonna read them. I'm gonna let you guys play with them.
Oh, no, you have
we
to.
gonna play with 'em?
This one's yours.
Wait, I already forgot. 21.
20 mistakes to avoid
In a new relationship.
in a new relationship. Number one, confusing your partner with your therapist.
You're fucked.
Oh, shit.
Number one.
That's huge.
I'm just gonna.
Go ahead, Kelly.
It
Tell me
hits
more.
close to home. Okay.
Tell me more.
So it says, you know the feeling. You've met someone new, you're hitting it off really well, and you love the feeling of sharing and getting to know each other. It's a great phase in the relationship, but if you expect them to fix your problems, you could scare off your new boo.
You think?
Listen, the women I have in my life, I have a lot as a therapist. I have a lot of other like clinicians that I am friends with through work, and there is no bigger turnoff in the dating world for a therapist. Like, we don't tell people what we do
To fix
because as soon as we do, they call up and they're like, this happened and this happened and this happened. Like that. First of all, that's unattractive. Just going to be blunt. That unattractive. If you are bringing me all of your problems expecting me to therapize you,
Therapist.
done.
Really?
Yes.
I'm kidding, but yeah.
If you are bringing me like, I don't know, and maybe I'd have to
Talking
think
about
about
your
it,
day.
but like, yeah, like normal human shit and looking for support.
Like my mom called me today and this happened, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
right.
Not
If-
like, hey, so
I
my
don't know
uncle
what to
made me
say
sit on
to-
his
right.
lap a little too long when I was 7.
Not that. That's extreme. We're
I'm
talking.
asking.
I know, but like,
I
if
thought I was
you-
being pretty nice.
no, if you call, let's say you're dating and you call and you're like, I went to the psychiatrist today. These are like true stories. I went to the psychiatrist today and they bumped up my Lexapro from 5 to 15. And I just wanted to, like, do you think that's good? Because I have this symptom and this symptom and this symptom. Truth. This is what we get. And you're like, first of all, not a psychiatrist, not a doctor. Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Second of all,
It doesn't
I don't
sound like enough. I think it
care.
should be more.
probably should be upped if you are then coming to your new boo over the phone.
I would say take twice as much as they're
Yes,
telling
double, naturally, automatically double. Don't do that. That's dangerous. But
you. I had somebody who's a nurse. They asked me something about. I go, you are literally a medical professional. I am a fucking tattoo artist,
correct.
guitar player.
A guitarist, singer, whatever.
Right.
Nothing in the medical field.
No.
Do you hear a lot of shit? Sure.
Yes.
But you're like constructing and categorizing all of this random ass information, you might be able to say, because I can say as a therapist, 15 milligrams of Lexapro sounds kind of low compared to other. I would know.
Yeah.
Typically, it's 20, 40, 60, like something like that. 15? I don't know.
Just dipping
also
your
not a
toes,
doctor.
huh?
Right. You're just flirting with it. But if you come and you're like, my sister called me yesterday. That's a normal thing for you to say as like,
Yeah, how was your day?
Right, yeah, sure. She told me blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to sit there and be like, that's fucked. Like,
sorry about your luck.
Man, she sounds like a mess.
Yeah.
But when it starts to shift into, what do you think I should do? What should I say to her?
There's ways that you could say this. If you had a new boo and they were like, hey man, how's your day? Well, it's good. I'm just kind of struggling with this and I'm just kind of unsure of how I should move forward with this. So I'm trying to figure it out. You would be like, I don't know, maybe just try this. Maybe you've done this before. It wouldn't feel like, so I'm going to ask you this question and then you have to explain to me.
Well, and that's why I'm like, this one might be more specific to me as a
I had
therapist.
this written for you.
Like,
I literally set you up.
Don't confuse me with your therapist because I am a therapist. I don't know what like the typical non-therapeutic partner would experience. If you were dating somebody and they came to you and you're not clinical, but you still kind of serve that role.
Yeah.
If somebody came to you and they were like, I don't know what to do, and just dumped all of their emotional shit on you.
You mean dating?
Yes.
No, I'm saying that you just described dating.
Well, mistakes to avoid. If you are dating,
I'm way easy to talk to, so unfortunately,
I know it happens.
For me, I don't freak out because I get it every day. But the average
that's
Joe
not
that
your
drives a fucking tow motor,
job.
it doesn't bother me because it doesn't labor me at all.
Yeah.
But that's what I do all day.
But I guess my thought is, if you're going to be dating, so when I have somebody, so today I had an individual, brand new intake. The reason they are coming to therapy is because they are running into barriers with like intimacy and vulnerability going into the dating world. First of all, that's insightful as fuck.
Yeah.
That you are
They've
coming
already
and
did
you're
a
like,
lot of
yeah,
work.
right. Like, I'm impressed. I'm like, yes, please be on my caseload.
Right.
If you are intentionally going into the dating world with a shit support system,
Yeah. Bad.
they're not. But like, that's one of my questions that are not on my intake through my third party people. I'm like, what's your natural support system look like? Like, you have a bad day, you have something that stresses you out. Who do you
talk to?
turn to? Right. If you have nobody and you are dating looking for that,
You're fucked.
done.
All right.
Done.
Do
What
you have people
think,
that
Chrissy?
overshare with you, Chrissy?
Hmm.
Do you have people that overshare with you?
What's that?
Yeah.
What?
I'm in like a world where that's
Pretty normal.
my support is kind of like that. But I don't want it in a dude.
No. Every once in a blue
No.
moon, if they're going through some shit, that's one thing.
Like
Not
a nice
daily.
balance, but no, like not, yeah. No, I'm definitely not going to solve your problems. And really, you don't have to solve mine because I have none.
So, yeah. Easy peasy. No, at least none that you want to deal with, right?
Yeah, no. Right. Just,
So that makes
I
sense.
can't.
Well, I guess that's the thing. Like, a partner by default is support. Like,
Yeah.
but it says confusing
Yeah.
your partner with your
Next.
therapist.
What's number 2?
Being too available.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
When your relationship is new and things are going well, it's natural to want to spend plenty of time with your partner.
You definitely
Is
juggle.
it natural? Because that's not fucking me.
It's not.
No.
No. You don't find somebody you really enjoy and want to be with them
Not all
more
the
than like
time.
normal.
Okay, but in the beginning, will you?
I do this and like I'm not normal.
Yeah.
And even when I think it's like maybe my like ADHD type of something, like I meet somebody and if I really like you, specifically romantically, I am even that girl that I'm like, what are you doing Friday? What
do
are you
do-
doing Monday?
What are you doing Friday afternoon?
Right. What are you doing?
Do you want to move in?
What about
Yeah.
usually not
She's a
that.
U-Haul
on my fist.
lesbian.
I am not a
Yeah.
U-Haul lesbian, but I'm like, hey, I have an opening on Wednesday night. Do you want to get together? And we'll see each other. And I'll be like, I'm also free like Friday afternoon.
Thursday at 2 between 2 and 2:25.
Yeah, right. Where do you work?
I think that's pretty normal. Right. Are you thirsty?
Right.
You look like you're sweating. How do you know?
I'm at Starbucks. Do you want
like
me to
this.
swing by and
Oh
bring you
God,
something?
dude,
Hey.
I would die.
How do you know you're
I
like this?
can't.
You look like you're sweating. How do you know what I look like right now?
You look like you're sweating.
Dum dum dum.
Hi, here I
No,
am.
but
Hi,
I'm either interested or not. So like if I am interested, I will not free my schedule, but I will look at my schedule for
I
openings
think that's
and be like,
normal
hey,
though.
like,
But like, I think they're talking extreme.
oh,
Well, it-
Like free.
Let's keep reading.
Well, here's the thing. Ready? I think the reason why they say to avoid this is because you get somebody used to having that kind of attention, and then when reality kicks in and you actually have to do
Oh,
the work,
yeah.
That little
Right.
pink
like
cloud.
your own work. Like me, I make my own schedule, and I can.
Pink cloud. Yes.
The pink cloud.
I find myself when I'm in a relationship, I spend a lot less time down here because I.
Because this is where your free time is when you have it.
Yes.
But if you're in a relationship, you don't have it.
No.
Yeah.
No, because I
That's
want to
fair.
be around that person. But I've noticed that it really takes away from my productivity.
Yeah.
So then at some point you have to balance
Mhm.
of like, I do want to spend time with you,
But we got this going all right,
but
y'all.
I also have I have other stuff. But they then internalize
I gotta sell
it
my
of
feet
like,
pictures,
you don't
bitch.
like me
You're right.
anymore.
That's how I make my
No,
money.
and so right there,
That
bye-bye. Do you have a brother
that
that's normal?
or doesn't need as much
Independent.
attention.
Or a
Right,
sister?
yeah.
Fuck, I'll take whatever at this time and the time of the day.
you're really close,
right.
but not
These
quite
men are pushing me
right.
to the
Do you have
pink
enough-
team.
Hearts, not parts. So
So it says here, but being too available can make you look desperate, and your date will wonder if you're really interested in them as a person or just looking for any
That meat.
relationship.
Oh,
I have to say something though.
Go ahead.
The alternative of that is people like us that do enjoy spending time with people. Then our pendulum swings the other way because then it feels like it was taken advantage of from the previous.
Yep.
And then we're like this. No, I'm busy.
You
No,
don't
I'm
get-
busy.
You get me for 2 hours
A week.
every other week.
And that's if you're good.
Right.
And even if you raise one eyebrow,
Yep.
I'll knock that down to 13 minutes.
Yep. If our quality time is spent with you pouting because I didn't see you in the last 4 days.
but okay. So here's my thing: is that like when I've had boyfriends,
Good
He's
for
from Canada.
just a few.
He's a model from
Canada.
Canada.
But I remember the one I found most attractive was that he was busy. You know, he was so creative
Oh.
and constructive and like always doing things.
What was it that attracted you?
Yeah, 'cause
to
it's
him,
like-
the motivation
yeah,
and the
'cause he's doing
self-starter,
stuff,
and
you
yeah,
know?
you're like, oh, look at you.
Look at you up on that stage.
But did it also,
But
because you knew if he made time for you, it was special because he doesn't make time for much of anything other than what he's
no,
actually
I
doing?
think he would. No, he was
Not in a
kinda-
bad way, but I'm saying like you
made
knew that his
time.
time
No,
was
I
valuable.
was getting to know him, and I was like, hanging out the same places, and I'm like, look at him. But then, as soon as I sat on that face,
Yeah.
things changed.
You-
I said the same thing last
oh
week.
my god.
No, and
So-
then I saw
But then
him.
it was.
Then
Then you wanted more of him.
Girl, bye. No, he came to me one day and was like, I'm going to drop this, this, and this. I'm going to drop all of these things. I was like, wait,
Just to hang out with you?
Wait.
Oh shit.
Tea for time.
Oh, okay.
yeah, and I'm like,
So
wait a minute.
You
We can
gave the
still
hog
have a-
away. He was like, let me come home. And you're like, no, I actually like you because you're never
Yeah,
here.
dude, it doesn't have to like change. We can still keep that nice little piece of us.
But you gotta
But
go to
get
work.
to motherfucking work.
Yeah.
Or do
I'm
something for
busy.
yourself because
I'm
then,
busy and you're busy.
Because
and
now you're
that's-
just trying to appease me all the time and be in my bloodstream with me, and I don't find that attractive. I like to see a man doing something that he likes for himself. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm gonna. ask
Okay,
a
here
question.
we go. Should I put my seatbelt on? Fuck.
Yeah.
No, put on your seatbelt. You find it attractive when men have their own things, or you like the chase? Like you like to have to like not fight, but like be put in the priority list of like, hey, I know you're busy, but
I
I'm
don't
free
necessarily know if
Thursday.
I like a chase because it almost sounds unhealthy.
Well,
Yeah, we're
is
talking
that
about
why
relationships.
right? Is that why you don't like
They're
it?
unhealthy.
Because you're like, if I were to admit that, that
No,
sounds
but I
unhealthy.
don't though either because it's like I don't want to be. I don't want you to like chase me down, but I just do want you to have like your independence because I think
You
that's
find that
attractive.
Yeah.
And I like my independence, and I like us coming together. It's all got to be kind of balanced. I'm a Libra.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
Is that making it? Is that making the?
I'm a Virgo.
I'm dating a Virgo.
Yeah, I don't know.
I love Virgos.
Bold, independent, and bossy.
Yep. See,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Does that make sense to
I'm
you?
not a-
Does that make sense to you? You're
Virgos
like,
are the
okay, right.
shit. Earthy, little detail-oriented mother.
I'm over here to shut my mouth.
Argument.
So being too available, overarching, looks desperate, also can come off as clingy.
Well, it sets a
Narrow.
standard.
And it sets a standard. I didn't see that
Can I-
in here, but I like
But
what
some
you
people
said
like
about
that.
that. Like, no, my husband and I were that way. When we first started dating, I was a director of a child care center. He was a lineman.
Mm-hmm.
I in between all of my shit was like responding, texting. So was he. He's in the bucket. He has a second
He's
because
in
it
a
takes
bucket?
a second. He's at like in
Oh, you missed
a
that.
line where like on a telephone pole.
Oh shit.
So he's literally on a pole in the bucket and he has a second because truth be told, it takes a second to send a text. But we're going back and forth and back and forth. Well, for both of us, because we both are busy, within about a month.
It went down to halfway.
No, because you have to fucking do shit.
Yeah, right.
You
got
have
dishes
shit
to do. Dishes
we,
to do.
We both have kids.
Yes.
We both have jobs. We're both fucking tired.
need to
I
sleep.
cannot stay up with you until
Girl,
2
bye.
a.m.
No.
on the phone.
Amen. Say it.
You're like this doing the math. I can live on 3.5 hours.
I cannot. No, I'm a cunt. Like,
I know,
if
dude.
I can't.
Sleeping and eating, get the fuck away from me. I'll burn us all down.
I really do. I either need 6 hours or
6
less.
is perfect.
No, hear me out. I need 6 hours or less or 8 and over.
Oh no, I can't do 8 and over. I'm an asshole.
That's it. That's
if
all
you
I
do
got.
8
Like,
and over, aren't you groggy?
No.
I feel like I took
I am
like
so much more
a fucking
pleasant.
tranquilizer the night before.
I would
Stuff
say
like this.
like
Just like some hair, just a little heroin.
no, 8 to 9, honestly, is what
your
I
thing?
like. Well, and I guess I justify it as I have 5 humans that depend on me,
Oh yeah.
a bunch of animals that are my own fault, and like a caseload of 52. So like when I
So
go to
you're-
bed, I am
cashed out.
You
done.
sound lazy.
And I
Jeez, get your shit together, Kelly.
You sound-
Get a life.
Oh, she's my
Don't you have any hobbies?
she's my favorite.
You have any goddamn
But like,
hobbies?
I need my brain to be off for
Yeah.
like 8 to 9 hours in order to put my best brain forward to like go into the next
For
day.
all these 102
4 to
people.
Or I have to be like significantly
Noah's Ark.
deprived.
I'm 4 to 5.
You're
Are you?
gross. I know. We've
I
talked about
love
this.
that. I like a nice 6.
He gets up at like the ass crack of dawn, regardless of what time he goes
What
to
time?
bed.
4 or 5?
5.
Gross.
I think
I
too
don't make
mu-
anybody else get up.
Oh, I love
believe
that about
that you get up and you are silent.
I'm a ninja.
like a deadly killer.
And you let your puppy out.
Oh, you have a puppy?
He's been doing good,
Oh my
yeah. He'll sleep. We
Oh my
both
God.
have puppies.
My puppy. So does your
No, tell me about this.
So we both have Frenchie
Is it on the
puppies.
list next? Puppies next
It
on the
is
list?
not.
I know,
Princeton, right?
Yeah.
Does he
Princeton?
do the downward dog shavasana yoga pose every time he gets up?
Dude.
I love
He
that.
stretches
Is it
pose.
not
on the
the
floor and then he
cute-
drags himself
Yes,
across the floor.
right, and just puts his so they go
Yeah.
down, downward dog, and then they literally shavasana.
Shavasana.
It, like they go up, and sometimes if they're not super excited, they'll stay there and stretch.
Yeah.
But when they're excited,
Every
when
day.
you first let them out, they like walk and like drag their back feet
Listen.
behind
Oh,
them.
His
God.
feet don't touch the floor.
His feet don't fit no limb.
Ever.
Who?
I walk him outside. I put him out in the grass.
Oh, I love that you said
Oh, he
it.
does it
Put
in the
him.
grass.
No.
I
and
walk
he
him.
runs through the door. Listen, by the time I make it to the bathroom, he's flown through the doggy door and he's like pushes
oh,
the
you
door
have
open.
like a fenced in.
Like,
Okay.
yeah. So he runs in and then he does the stretch and then we do the
Oh
food
my
because then
What? How old is he?
he
He's a
will. Yeah, he was born on February 22nd.
He's coming up on a year.
Yeah.
What kind?
French bulldog.
Oh,
Smudge is a couple months.
Well, those are the
behind
ones
him,
that
but
just
oh
are
my
like.
God.
Not-
Yes.
Mine's
But I
not
have
horrible.
a 7-year-old
Oh.
Frenchie that is that drives everyone in my house crazy. But the puppy isn't.
What's up with their
Princeton's not
breathing?
that
Is
bad?
just because somebody pushed their nose in or something?
If they're not bred, like if their noses are
Yeah,
bred,
they have like a
little
long
weird, yeah.
palate, and so it's a whole
Mine's
issue.
honestly.
They can't
mine are
breathe then,
good.
right?
Most dogs do that. All dogs do that.
My dog don't do that. I'd shoot it.
Right.
He better not lick.
Nothing.
He better
Put
not do
it
that.
down.
And he
Her
knows
dog
the
is
English
stuffed.
language. I'm
Her
not
dog is
kidding.
stuffed. For
Were
real.
you raised in the country? Were you just take it out
You
back
sure?
and
I
you
was
just
raised
like
in the
put
ghetto
it
in that
down?
crack house. They were like, "You keep your
Oh.
mouth, Dundada." That was the dog's name at the crack house.
What was it?
Dundada.
What is that?
Some fucking tribal thing.
Dundada?
I don't know. I don't
You would
know.
hear him from the back as he was playing dominoes and selling crack.
Apparently,
Hey.
the hood and the outback are the same.
Well, listen.
If you don't serve me, you're going down.
100%.
Oh
Listen,
man.
there's been a lot of dogs shot where I'm from.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well, but like
You have to.
your upbringing and mine are different, but not like far. Like
No,
if
but-
you don't serve, we had hunting dogs.
If you don't serve a purpose, you're done.
Yeah.
yes,
You feed it poison or something.
No.
No, you
And some
shoot
bologna?
it.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay.
Like where I'm from in West Virginia, if you have a dog that chases deer
I love
or
West
eats
Virginia.
eggs, like
Done.
you can't have it.
Right? No,
You might try to find it at home.
there
You're trying to-
usually is like a solid effort.
Yeah.
And
Wait a
but
minute.
if that effort is bad, nobody wants a dog that
You got to feed your
chases
family.
deer. Right?
You can't eat that dog.
We had rabbit dogs. We had rabbit dogs.
We
We
had
had
coon
bird dogs.
Where did you roll in from?
Wayne County. Ohio.
Is that Stark?
Nope.
Below.
Wayne,
It's
Wayne
below.
County.
She
No,
said
it's like
Stark
west,
earlier. I lost my mind.
west.
Wayne.
But
It's
yeah.
called Wayne
If
County.
we did
Wayne.
not, we had cats
That did
in
what?
the house that
the
did
dishes.
that did nothing other than like catch mice if we had
Yeah.
them because we lived in the middle
so
of
they served a
fields.
purpose too.
They did.
And if they didn't,
And
their
if-
paws were cut
but
off.
We did not own animals that did not serve a purpose. I would gather that you're probably the same way.
No, we
No.
didn't have any.
Okay, so I was
No.
raised in a city where the dogs were just they
They were just dogs.
That's-
they
were
served a purpose
badasses
by
that-
I'm
just
all
letting
about-
us pet them.
Yeah,
Or-
I'm all about my dogs being pets now.
Yeah, we just let
Or-
them pet it. You know.
Well, but were they barking at neighbors and protecting the house and like?
Probably.
God, probably yeah. I mean, my
Yeah,
dog. That's the one thing I can't stand. Like, let them come in.
It doesn't matter.
I want them.
I've seen movies start
Come
like
on.
this.
Quit barking. Let them come in. This
All right,
mother.
number 3.
Okay.
Because we could talk about our dogs. all day.
Tres.
Number 3,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
frequent social media posts.
Of each other.
I don't know.
I wish somebody would get on my
Chrissy,
Instagram right
let's
now.
go to social media is such an ambiguous
my
part of our
boyfriend.
lives these days that you can quickly fall into the trap of posting everything about your new relationship on social media.
Girl,
Stay strong and avoid the temptation. Too
I'm
much
doing good.
social media posting can put a lot of pressure on a new relationship.
girl, I know.
Especially
Then
for
they-
someone who's not used to doing that.
It says if you consistently or constantly talk about your new date, tagging them in pics, liking everything they post, and
Christ.
asking for selfies, you can find the relationship coming to an early end.
Bye.
I feel like I'm going to argue that this is like a generational thing because
Regardless,
I'm a
though-
millennial. Millennials, older, even what's below
What the
me?
fuck
Is
am
it
I?
Gen
Who
Gen
cares?
X, Gen Z?
There's like an
One or
alpha
the
now.
other. I
The
would
little baby
assume-
alphas.
I know.
Right.
I would assume that
The
Gen
little
X
baby
comes
alpha
before
titles.
me and Gen Z comes after
are we?
based on the alphabet.
together.
You're an X.
God.
Right. Yeah, you're an
right.
X. So yeah, so X
Yeah,
comes
see?
before me. I'm a millennial.
That X be popping off.
Gen Z comes after. I would say the majority, those 3 specifically are like, don't fucking tag me.
It's hard because listen,
Uh-oh.
my last relationship.
Well, she was not your generation.
No.
Wait, what was she? She was an alpha?
I don't know.
No,
I
I
don't
think she
even know
was
what.
a Z.
I honestly, I don't
She
know
was
what
a
it would
Z.
be. But I will say this: I learned that if you do it within reason, it isn't cringy and gross.
No, sure. But it's not like, oh my God, look at us. We're in, oh my God, we're in the toilet together.
No, it wasn't like that. And I was actually, it became normal to me. I was really uncomfortable with it before because I had to just my own shit.
Yeah.
But then once I worked through it, I was like, why would I care? Like I love her and I want to be with her and like
Yeah.
I'm with her.
That's
Yeah.
how.
So it doesn't bother me now because it's like it's a double-edged sword. Because one, it shows you like they're peeing on your leg in a good way. Sometimes they're peeing on your leg in a bad way.
Sometimes it's like you touch me where I pee, so I'm gonna need you to like.
You're
have
proud
a
of your
present.
person.
Spit on it.
I love it,
Right.
yes. But if you're proud of your person, you know what I mean? Like,
If you're exclusive,
proud, but-
like
But when you're from a different generation, it doesn't resonate the same.
No, they have different relationships tagged every other day.
Pop is something.
True.
All right. I know.
It's like
It's
making
good
my
stuff.
teeth wiggle.
So no, when my husband and I started dating, I was not on social media at that time. I was single. I was like post-divorce. Like I was like, I don't want anything to do with this. Yes, I was in my hoe phase. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I was in my like recluse single mom. Like I don't have time for any
I
of
got
this.
dishes to do.
Yes. So we started dating, and after a while, I was like, I'm not on social media, but you are. And like, again, I hate to be this fucking girl. You know how much I hate to be this girl. I'm like,
Do it.
am I present on like your social media? Like, do people on social media know that you are in like,
You're fucked if you do it too much. You're fucked if you don't do it enough.
well, but like at this point, our children had met each other. Like we were
Involved.
in a serious portion
Yeah.
of our life. And I was like, I don't want to be all over your shit. B, want you to scream it from the mountaintops, but also I want to have like
What would you do if it was nonstop? You checked his socials and it was like him drawing like airbrush
Right.
hearts around you and shit.
Counselor Kelly. No.
It's my perfect.
But I was like,
Stupid.
I would like, and this is what I told him. I was like, because there were people on his social media that I was uncomfortable with, but I was like, I'm not going to set the boundary. I want you to go, like, now that you're in a committed relationship, go through your shit.
It's hard.
If
Yeah.
if I was friends with them or following them and had the same relationship that you do, and that would make you uncomfortable, fucking take care of it.
Everything
Like,
makes me uncomfortable now.
Well, then you shouldn't have anybody.
You
No, I'm
want a
being
hug?
serious. No,
I know, but
everything
that-
makes me uncomfortable with people who aren't in a relationship with me. I didn't see it before. What I'm saying is, if you post something on my social media and we don't break bread together, we don't spend time together,
Oh.
it comes across to me, and I didn't realize how inappropriate it was, but now that's all I see.
It's like the phoniness.
Well, and
Just people throwing rocks at
just
your window.
yeah, people just causing issues or having the availability to cause issues.
I learned
for
a
what?
lot. This year I learned a lot about
Yeah.
that, so it made me understand it more. I didn't see it because I didn't care.
Yeah.
Well, 'cause
have
it wasn't that way
busy-
to you.
Well, I keep myself so busy, and I have a life. I truly have a life.
Well,
Right.
Well, I mean, I really do.
I know,
Yeah.
but like
I didn't care.
what it was to them wasn't to you.
I didn't know if a girl was hitting on me. I didn't give two shits because
Right.
I was with somebody, and I didn't
Right.
give two fucks.
yeah,
And
that's
that was-
cool. I love that.
It's easy.
That was the conversation that I had with my husband now, my boyfriend then. I was like, listen,
Wait, your boyfriend and your husband?
No.
Still in that
When
whole
Andrew
phase?
was my
Oh.
when Andrew was my boyfriend, I was like, I am not gonna be the crazy bitch that's like delete her.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds gross. But pause and think about the relationship that you have or have had,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and if it would make you put the shoe on the other foot. Like,
See,
if
that's not
I-
fair for me because I don't give two fucks.
Well, and
I'm the
I
worst.
was okay with that though. Like, really, if he sat and looked at it and was like, "That's not an issue for me," oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
It's
but
slippery.
pause.
It's
I know.
so slippery, man.
And so he went through his entire friend list. He did remove some people.
But then you almost
Either-
get in more trouble. Like, so do you have
I didn't
feelings
pay
for these?
atten- I
No, but
didn't
I'm
pay
saying,
attention.
I'm just telling you from experience in
I
my
know.
life, and not even like I'm talking through my whole
Yeah.
life with social media. You can delete people. And like, why'd you delete them?
Why
What's
was
going on?
that
And
a
I'm like,
problem?
I'm damned if I do and damned if I
Yeah.
don't.
No, and that was not
So I'm
our
deleting everybody as soon as we get off
Just
this
delete
fucking
me. Are we friends?
podcast.
Right.
Fuck
Yeah,
it.
we're done.
I was just like, if you don't
if
see
you
them
can't
as
write a letter to my house, if you don't know my address, we ain't friends.
Sorry.
No, I didn't even look at who he deleted.
Here's the
'cause I'm
deal.
like, I don't know if it's because there's something potentially inappropriate or because you finally looked at your friends list and you're like, fuck, I haven't talked to you in like 47 years. Like, I'm not doing it. So he went through his friend list. He told me he did. I was like, sweet. I didn't need proof. Like, I still was not on social media at that point. So I was like, thank you for
Did
doing
you have
that.
your friend get on and stalk
No.
you a
Yeah,
little
you
bit?
know. Come on
No,
now.
I didn't.
A
Good.
Not at
See,
that
she's
time.
got that good.
Afterwards, yes.
Okay, there it is.
When I was on social media 6 months later and we became friends
did
and
some
we were
fine-tuning.
following, and yeah, I was like, who are you friends with? But no, he made his profile picture, he and I, in some like ridiculous, like you couldn't even see half my face or his. And I was like, as long as I just want people to know that you're like in a thing.
Yeah.
which can also backfire. Just
In
so
a
we're
thi-
clear.
Wait, what is it? What did you say? I want people to know that you're in
That you're in a thing.
in a
like,
relationship.
In a relationship. But some
See, I
bitches,
don't.
some bitches are like, who's that?
Oh,
And they'll slide into your DMs now that you have a profile picture with like,
I didn't have that.
you didn't?
No, this last time I didn't have that at all because I feel like anybody that knew me or
Were they your
respected me.
wedding pictures?
Oh.
No, they're before wedding.
Oh, okay.
They're when we were dating. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so everybody, they were happy for me because they knew that if I posted somebody on my shit,
Listen, that was
It's
a
for
big
real.
deal. I remember, I
for
remember
real.
saying, I
It's for
texted you
real.
and I was like,
Yeah.
She knows your address.
right?
That girl knows the address.
Yeah, for
it's
real.
like, is she a fork or a knife or a spoon? Or
Yeah.
like, what is she?
She's a Bodo knife.
Yeah. So it was a.
It was a, it was a
but
big
everybody
deal.
knew
Yeah.
because people. Okay, because I'm very open about things. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
People know that I do things very deliberately. There's no.
Are you a Virgo? Shit.
No.
What is he,
I'm a
Sag?
Leo.
I was gonna say,
I don't even know what that
God.
means. I really don't.
You know what that means?
Yeah, there's something like that.
lying.
Yeah, I like to sleep and lick my paws.
Hey! Me too.
So you have to be careful with that. Social media.
I don't use that. I think I've grown through social media because, I was on it for a long time. And then somehow some not soft porn. Some
Hard porn.
It was hard porn. It was like children. I was like, my girlfriend called me at work. She's
Oh,
like, somebody
Chrissy.
hacked your thing. And I'm like, did they?
I'm glad you went that direction with that because I was like, where in the fuck is she going with that?
I was like,
and my whole
then
shit
you
was
got
shut down.
into
It was shut down. I lost videos of my
OnlyFans,
dad, my kid when he was little. I was really pissed.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I remember.
But that's part. That's
And
part
now
of the
my social
industry
media-
for both of you and myself. In
Now
some
my
ways.
social media is work.
Yeah, it should
Well, that's
be.
what I
I
mean.
don't
Like,
really
you have to
even
have a
use. I don't even really
presence.
put my kid up there.
Mine's pretty minimal. I wish people happy birthdays, the people of my family.
Well, I don't really operate on
So-
Facebook too much, but like Instagram, it's more
'Cause
like
that's for old
music and like
people.
acting and. I mean, I'll every
have to
once
have
in a
a
while
presence or you
like
can't be
say happy
successful.
Right,
birthday
yeah.
to my boyfriend who I'm dating,
Right.
Yeah.
and keep it like sort of real a little bit. Like here is my kid, here he is.
Right.
I'm a person.
Here he
a
is,
whole
Christ.
person. Right.
Yeah. But no, I don't. Oh, I don't. And I remember dating people who did want to use the profile thing as like, here's us as a couple. I was like, man, all right, fuck it, I guess I'll break.
You ever? I had to realize why it made me uncomfortable back in the day, but then once I
Why
worked
did
through it, I was
make you
good.
uncomfortable?
Because I'm not as open as I am, and like what
Yeah.
I do for a living. I'm really not. I'm very
I know.
reclusive, and I'm very just private because I was raised in a Southern Pentecostal family, and your private life is literally called that, a private life. And also, I know people well enough that I have people come in the shop and they're like, "Oh, they're not happy. I could call that motherfucker in 2 minutes and fucking have him." I was like,
Gross.
Yeah.
right.
True,
So I seen so
but
much gross stuff
Right.
that I was
Yeah.
just trying to protect
Right.
my
Yeah, yeah,
Never mind.
my
yeah.
shit. You
I
know
don't
what I
want
mean?
people
And I
to
don't
talk
really want
about
knowing
us.
people like that I'm dating because it's like, I don't know. Then now we're in their mouths all the time. And now they want to
honestly-
get invested and they're like, are you, I see her post something with somebody else. Is she dating him?
Yeah, it gets
You
kind of
know,
gnarly.
it's like,
but in the
get
same breath,
fuck away from me before I
it's
snap your
always
neck.
been like that. Even before social media, it's always been like that.
Yeah, they just.
Oh yeah, before social media, I remember I went to my dad's house
And
and
you'd
there
be
was
like
a
this
party.
with those things.
Yeah. Oh
No,
my God,
but
I
like,
love
and
those
we
things.
we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have social media. Like this was back when I was younger.
The dark ages.
But like, right,
the good old days.
my parents were divorced, and so I would go to my dad's for the weekend, and there would be like a birthday party,
you'd catch all the.
and I would come back on Monday, and I wouldn't have the boyfriend that I thought I had on Friday. Like, I mean,
yeah.
because there was still drama, and then all day Monday, Tuesday, it was still gossip. It's just at their fingertips now.
Oh God.
But the
love it.
drama is the same.
yeah. All right.
Can
next.
I just say this? I'm winning it. What are we at for?
Yeah,
Four.
you're doing good.
I'm doing good.
Getting insecure. I feel like that goes
Oh,
right off of number 3.
Spoke
In-
too soon.
Society.
It's hard.
Yeah. It says when it comes to relationship mistakes, the very thought of them can make us insecure. We all get a little. You're going to make a mistake and it's going to make you insecure. We all get a little
Come
insecure
on.
sometimes, which is true. Like I have
I'm
this
never insecure.
I have this conversation with clients all the time. Like, it's okay that you're a human. Humans get insecure. It says, but insecurity is a quick way to kill a new relationship. Still, it's good to know where you stand so you don't let fear stop you from having the conversation about exclusivity. Although perhaps not on a second date. Timing is
right
the
on the
crux.
first.
Huh.
That's a pretty open-ended fucking
Yeah.
thing right there.
Everybody's insecurity looks different. I have clients on my caseload right now that have substance abuse problems because they're insecure about like their sober true self. I have clients on my caseload right now that have eating disorder behavior because they're insecure about their body.
Mm.
I have clients right now that are like, I don't know if we're dating or if we're exclusive. They're all on the dating sites. I swear to God, I keep joking that I'm just gonna like make a like blind like a blind CC, like BCC email with all of my single people from Ohio and accidentally send them all of their like, because sometimes I'm like, oh my God, if you guys could let me help play matchmaker.
Have you ever played matchmaker?
Ooh.
with
Matchmaker,
clients?
matchmaker.
No,
I
not
have.
with clients.
I can. You
Well,
can't.
You can. I
Yeah, see how
cannot
this is
share
reason number
personal
287 on my jobs.
I
Oh.
know.
Good.
Listen, there's probably, I would say currently right now, there are 2 couples that I could make
You could
that I was like, I feel like that
God, I just don't.
just
that
like
would work. Yeah. They're both, all 4 of them are heterosexual. So I feel like if I lined him up with her and her up with him, done.
no shit.
I'll just take a bonus.
Could you
so
imagine?
insecure from this conversation.
I like it. Do you?
Well, I know all of their shit. So I'm like, all right, you could deal with his shit and he could deal with your shit and
So
vice versa.
insecure in like the relationship where like I'm not ready enough and I've seen her.
Where are we? What are we?
Oh God.
That's hard.
It
Can I just say it really bluntly?
Yep.
You can say whatever the fuck you are, but that shit changes on a fucking dime.
All the time.
Dude, I'm like that.
What we are today?
I'm so like that. My girlfriends are like, "Don't call us today. What are you breaking up?"
They know.
Oh, dude, they do. I'm like, "Do you know what this month?" And they're like, "Yeah, that's okay." I'm
You're
like, "No, if
quit
he's
it,
got
Chrissy.
10 minutes."
Yeah, call us back tomorrow. That's what they're like. Mm-mm.
So I would say this with the insecurity thing too. Some people don't know what their insecurities are at all.
A lot of people don't
You know what I
they're
mean? So
until they're pushed.
Yes, and then
now
it
it's an
doesn't come
issue.
across. It comes across as anger. It comes across
Yeah.
as being a brat.
Yeah.
So
Bratty.
again, it's approach. It is literal approach, of how you talk to someone. Because you could say the same thing in a kind way, and it comes across so much better and so much easier, especially with men.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because
Yeah.
if you come at us hard, we're used to fighting,
Me too, though.
Right.
right?
I think I might be.
You might be kind of
She's
do.
a man.
I love these sweatpants though.
Hey, Chris. So, it's Chris. It's ma'am.
It's funny because that's what my hometown knows me as.
It's Chris.
Chris Strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris. My mom calls me Chris.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like
Number 5. There is no way we're getting through.
No,
20.
we'll go
That's
through
okay.
half
All
of
right.
them.
You want me to stay the
So-
night?
We don't have all day.
No, we do not have all day.
No.
Counselor Kelly has just
7 o'clock.
I'm sure you do
7
too.
o'clock.
I got rehearsals
Yeah.
tonight.
Number 5 is ignoring major differences.
I'm
Well,
dating a Virgo,
that-
so that's not going to happen ever.
No, Chrissy.
What do you mean?
Oh,
What does that
They're
mean?
not compatible. All right. So when you're in the first flush of getting to know someone, it's all too easy to overlook major differences in your values and worldviews.
Can we just say painting red flags green? Is that what we're doing?
We're
Well, and
painting
it-
the red
it
flags
seems-
green.
It seems minor, or it seems like something that could change. Like this is the the rose-colored glasses. Like,
Oh, he just
he
beats me a
doesn't
little.
really feel it that way.
He just hit me once.
He's being funny.
No, like we're talking like
Majors.
left wing, right wing type
Oh,
of situation.
fuck.
Like,
Extremes.
yeah, like it's major.
Can I say
He's
something?
religious.
Something
I'm
that's
not
gonna-
religious.
Okay, I'm going to say it like this, though.
Okay.
Those things don't matter till you're breaking up, and you only use those as weapons. They don't really matter. I
Oh,
can be
I
friends.
disagree
What I'm saying is,
strongly.
for me,
Yeah.
I can be friends with somebody who's completely on a different political thing. Like, I can't be friends with a racist or homophobe.
Well,
You know what I mean?
No,
like, I
I-
can't. But if they're like, man, I'm a super this supporter, I'm like, okay. But what I'm
but
saying, I've
you're
only noticed that
not-
it's a problem when they break up. They're like, and they do this. I'm like, why are you fucking somebody that does that?
sure.
Oh, yeah.
But where
right.
this
wrong with you?
leads me to believe so major differences.
Like he's
So
a
you're
hardcore
sh-
Catholic that wants me to.
Yeah,
Okay,
you are
that's-
sharing
okay, be very
space
specific
and
about
raising children,
Okay.
even owning animals, owning a
Ugh.
space.
I hate
you know what I mean?
cats,
Like,
and she loves
God.
cats.
yeah,
I don't hate cats.
yeah.
Marriage,
I go to
not
church every
marriage.
Sunday, and you don't believe in shit.
Yeah.
I'm so glad
I've
I
done
don't
that.
have that.
Right. Like I was raised, we're like, listen, we can have a conversation all day long with my children, but if they talk back and it's the end of the day, I'm going to pop them in the mouth. Appropriately, you would never.
Spiritually.
Yeah. Like it. So those major differences and ignoring them in conversation, or heaven forbid,
Well, it's
fucking
'cause we-
not having them.
Listen, we get tired of looking. It's like finding a house and you're like,
Right.
you
My
looked at
God,
5
I know.
houses.
But let me tell you something. I'm really grateful because I'm dating myself.
A Virgo. You're not dating yourself.
I'm dating a Virgo, but he's so like me, where
Yeah.
it's like the big things like more kids. I fucking hate kids. Marriage.
Never.
I don't like baby showers. I don't like wedding. No, fuck up. Get me an espresso.
Right. But if you find somebody that's okay with that. But weirdly, I notice when you do find somebody like that, you almost lose steam. Because
Well, yeah,
you're
'cause
so
there's
used
no
to static.
passion. There's no dynamic.
Well, you think it is.
What? That's what. There's no.
But guess what? I don't have that with my friend either. And we've been friends,
Right.
28 years out there.
If
you
you're
know?
not
Oh, those
aware,
guys?
Yeah.
right?
They're
If
so
you're
cool.
not aware, you'll get bored.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I'm not gonna get bored with him. He's on. He goes on tour a lot.
So he's
there you
busy.
There you
He's
go.
busy.
I love that.
Yeah.
Back in the day, my son's father, I used to like fight with him on purpose, so I would like kick him out.
Get a spark.
This is like a
Like,
logical,
without fighting.
healthy way
You don't
of
even
like
have to
getting
kick
away.
him out.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like
like, I'll
this.
be on tour for the next 3 months. I'm like, oh man, I'm in.
Yeah. And you're like this. Wait, is he walking away? He's like,
No.
"But yeah, fuck you." Like you're fighting with him still. Like, fuck off. That's what
No,
I thought.
it's a great
That's
relationship.
what I thought. Get your ass out of here.
44 years. Well, not 44, but like, shit, I just said my age.
It's okay.
Whatever, fuck up. But a long time, I've been trying clothes on, and they just haven't been fitting. And this one, I'm like, we're at a year. I'm a 30, 60, 90 day girl.
Really?
Post-acute
Oh,
withdrawal. Yes. 30, 60, 90. Yep. And right about 90 is like the max. I'm just like, I fucking cannot do it.
no.
Did you just look
Forever?
at me like that?
Forever. So by 90 days, you're like
You're
forever
blinking
or
too
no?
loud.
Oh my God.
The way you fucking blink makes me crazy.
I remember it was the last straw with the guy. I gave him my key. We were at like a 90-day thing. And I gave him my key because he like did landscape and he was like out until like 7 at night in the summer. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, I'm trying to be doing my thing. And I was like, here's my key. Come in whenever. And so I was
After
in
90 days, right? That's normal.
Yeah, I was in my bed like watching Real Housewives the one time, and he just like came in and he like stood in my doorway of my room, and he's like, "Hey," I was like, "Fuck, pause."
Pause. Right. I was
What's
just going to
up?
say,
How
like,
are you?
I'm
I'm so happy to
watching
see
TV.
you. What's up? What's wrong,
get it.
Eeyore? And he was like, "You didn't greet me." I was.
At the what? At the front door?
You see this?
Yes.
This is 90 days.
Yes.
Yes.
Take
What
2
the f-
minutes and do it.
And get
My
up out of bed to come
God.
downstairs at 8
I'm watching
p.m. when he
Nene flip
comes
this
home.
table. No. Oh, help
So
him, Jesus. Lift him up,
here-
Lord.
If you, here's what I will say, because my husband's big on that too.
Mm.
If you called me or text me on your way home, I will absolutely go downstairs
I
and
am
take
not
your
doing
plate
it.
out of the microwave and heat it up. I will
I
in a
am
heartbeat.
not doing it. I'm
if,
asleep.
if I don't hear anything
I'm asleep.
and it's 9 o'clock at night and I'm in bed and
No,
I hear
that's
the
different.
front
That's
door
different.
open
You're in
and like the
bed.
dogs bark.
Yeah,
like,
you're
I'm
right.
not
Not
getting
every
up and-
freaking night was like that, but I was taking some time to just be like, I'm going to be chilling up in this bed real quick, eating some, Snickers and watching. Don't mess with me.
Now listen, being asleep in bed, like getting
Yeah.
ready for bed
Like
and being in
in
bed, I'm
bed.
getting
Come
ready.
on,
I
man.
understand that. But like if you're within walking distance.
No, if I'm on the couch
Okay.
and you walk in the door, I'll
up.
get
I
up.
was in
Yeah.
bed
Okay.
with my
She was retired.
That's fair.
Yes, I was
That's
like,
fair.
I've had enough today.
I
By
bid
noon,
you
I had a
adieu.
Hey,
And he's standing in the door sulking,
sad, like Eeyore, like, hey. I was like,
watching my
Hey.
shit. What's up?
I hate when I have to pause my shit just so I can be like, "Hi, come on in. Do you want me to rub your forehead? What the fuck do you want from me? Just steak in the
Brutal.
kitchen."
Brutal. That's funny.
But I'm dating myself now.
And he's like this.
I
Wow.
love it. I just open his door. He's in the back room recording something. I'm like, I'm here.
That's it.
Let me get some water.
I'll see you in 2 hours in bed.
Right. Don't interrupt me if you hear the TV.
He's
on.
just like me. I love it.
That's good then. I mean, that works
It
well.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want no crier.
Nobody does.
Jesus.
Leaky ass man. Leaky. Leaky ass face.
Sweaty ass
Why are your eyes
eyeballs.
sweating?
Right. Sweaty ass eyeballs. Like, what is happening?
You need a paper
Allergies. You
towel.
want some Benadryl?
Not the Benadryl. What's number 7? Or what number we on?
6.
12? Oh.
We're going to make it to 10.
Are we? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Number 6 is living in the past. We all carry baggage from our past.
Crack.
That's just, you carry crack.
From her past.
Chrissy carries crack from her past, just a reminder. That's just a fact of life. However, letting your past baggage spoil or spill into over the present is one of those relationship mistakes that you cannot do. It will
Well,
drive
that's the
people
damage from previous owners.
every
Like
time.
comparing?
Come on. No, like,
Because
Like I have
can do
trust
that.
issues. I have
He-
trust
yeah.
issues.
Me too, because I
No,
can't.
I don't.
cheated
I'm
on me.
saying
No.
it.
Yeah.
It's like
I
he
do.
cheated on me. He didn't call me because he was literally fucking the neighbor. And now, like, when you don't respond to my text, I think you're what?
I
Fucking
had a
the
girl
neighbor?
said that she had to have a location of her boyfriend on
Nope.
5 different apps
Yikes.
because of her biological father gave her trust issues.
Nope.
I go, you're not dating your biological father.
It's gross.
Yeah, that's.
It's gross.
Okay, so that's
I'm not going to
that's-
say, like,
yeah.
That's
even
insecure.
I've had previous we all have here.
Yeah.
Like, there are some conscious things that every once in a while flare up that I was like, ooh, that was fucking
Spicy.
disgusting.
Yeah, sure.
That
sure.
was, but like, that's where my brain goes is like, I fucking hate that dude. Like, you know what? Like, that's not even me. I can put a name on it.
Yeah.
I apologize. That's a me thing, not a you thing. And we're done.
It's
Most
hard.
people don't have that awareness.
Well, that's their only thing they have to carry around too.
What?
It's their power.
Sure.
It is. It's their power.
It's their boundary. Their boundary is, I'll
No.
never let you do this to me. And then they like flirt with it, and then you like blow up, and it's like, whoa, they
God, I
didn't
don't
even.
have that either.
I say if you have trust issues, wait till you work through those before you start dating someone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you don't
Next.
have
Yeah.
a positive
to the
natural
next.
support system,
Keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Ignoring
anybody,
boundaries.
Listen,
Jesus.
anybody that's doing that in their relationship isn't watching this podcast. So fuck
Mm-hmm.
off.
That-
Facts.
Facts.
Thanks, Mike.
So number 7 is ignoring boundaries. It's easy to let things go when you launch into a new relationship. You might think to yourself that they're only late this once, or they were only checking the time on your phone this once. But
What?
ignoring I don't even understand.
That
But
means that they were looking at your phone, but they're like, I was just seeing
checking
what
the
time it was.
Right. So
Oh, God. I
ignoring
didn't even know.
Yeah.
ignoring boundaries, but this is actually
Hold on,
the-
I'll tell Chrissy. You know when somebody checks your pager to see what time it is?
No, he did. Someone get this man. Get him. He went there with
He's
it.
mean.
Not the pager.
not the page.
You had a pager.
Absolutely, she had a
Fuck,
page.
I was born in 79. Dude, I had a pager. That shit
Nice.
was hot, too, right on your hip.
What color
I
was
believe
it?
it.
When I dip, you dip, we dip.
What color?
It was black.
No, really?
Oh, it
Yes.
wasn't like a clear,
No,
cool color. What was
absolutely.
yours?
What do you think?
I'm gonna guess blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it blue? You like blue?
Yeah.
I like black.
I like black a lot too, but I
I've
like
always loved
blue
black.
things.
You
Okay.
wear black.
I
I
like
do
black
like blue,
clothes.
too.
I didn't
I
realize
love
I had a
black.
blue thing until I looked at.
I wish I could have black walls.
You can.
Really not.
It's America.
No, because then I'll be all depressed and shit.
You will.
Fuck. I need.
You want
need
to
Turn on
feel
Desperate Housewives.
clean.
I need. Turn on the housewife.
So ignoring boundaries actually is the opposite of what I thought. I thought they were saying like ignoring your boundaries.
Oh no, they actually did it from
They're-
a healthy point of view.
Yeah, they're betraying their own boundaries.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're not gonna fucking touch my phone.
Yeah.
And just because
Yeah.
you did that one time and then I justify it and whatever, like that goes pretty well with the last one.
I'm gonna set my phone up to whatever TV I'm around. Whatever comes across my phone just comes across the TV and be like this. I'm just sitting here.
I ain't got shit to
Oh.
hide.
There you go.
There you go.
I've tightened that shit up. I don't give 2 fucks anymore. No.
No, I know. You know what? Sometimes you're watching like Netflix or whatever that you're streaming, and you pause it for a minute because you might take that phone call or whatever. And then after like a certain period of time, it's like your Amazon photos start coming up.
No, I've never
No,
had that.
I've never.
I do.
That
and there's
sounds
X's
sketchy.
all over the place. They'll just be popping up.
Oh my god.
I might
is
have
your
one where
life.
I was like,
Chris,
This is your life. Right.
There
that
it
sounds
is.
uncomfortable.
it's not. Put the seatbelt on.
No.
You'll be all
I
right.
don't have anything on my phone.
I don't have anything right now that would make my husband uncomfortable.
I
No,
have
that's
things
true.
on there that I could go to jail with. So Number 7.
Yep. Keep it rolling.
That was number 7. Chrissy, number 8 is accepting bad behavior.
Well, a little bit. You got to accept a little bit.
No, you don't. It says when it comes to relationship mistakes, don't ignore the red flags. There are many toxic people out there who have to work through their own issues. If someone is overly angry or their words don't match up to their actions, you might need to rethink it.
Oh, fuck.
This is so like what
a little
didn't
weird.
we
I'm overly
didn't we
angry.
just talk
Yes.
about like
They
missing
could
red
have wrapped
flags?
that up. Yeah. We could have wrapped that
This
up.
is some
Next.
bullshit.
We might get to 11.
Am I fired?
I know.
Not yet.
We
Pre-
might get to 11.
Presenting a mask.
Whoa.
As mentioned.
Why does it got to
the-
say men in there?
As mentioned.
As men should.
Chinned men.
Most men have them.
Well, some men have extra.
Ooh, or no chin. No chin.
Next. Go ahead.
Be yourself in any relationship, no matter how new or established. Making mistakes in a
This list was
relationship
going
is
so well.
normal.
I'm so
It
A+
was.
in this
The
test.
first couple were like heavy
Killing it.
hitters. Mm-mm.
This
one
isn't
is-
bad, though, actually.
Yeah.
But listen, again, because I had somebody today talking about dating, and they said, well, if they would have just said that this is what they wanted in the beginning, I said, that's like you walking into work and be like, hey, I'm probably going to be hungover after a Browns game and not make it to work on time or in a good mood. You're not going to start
you
a
just
job
hope they
that
don't
way.
notice.
Yes, but I'm saying you're not going to walk in a relationship and be like, yeah, I'm probably going to fail you.
All my
I'm
flaws.
probably going to fuck you up a little bit. I'm probably going to ignore you when I'm trying to be busy or doing something, and you're going to be really...
when you're annoying.
Yes.
Right.
I'm not, like, because I don't even know that that's going to be a problem yet. So how can I tell you, like, I'm not Nostradamus. I can't just imaginarily...
Not the Nostradamus.
You know what I mean? But, like...
No, but what they're saying here is like, if you know you have a busy schedule.
Who the fuck doesn't know
I do.
I know, but there are people, like we said before earlier this
Normies.
episode, like if
Normies.
you are,
Normies.
mortals?
that's a problem. But like if you know that this is your truest self, my husband's in recovery. You drinking doesn't bother me until I like
Till it does.
drank.
Oh, yeah, and you just like shit all over the walls and just.
No, because I'm a normie. So that is actually not what my drinking
Oh, never
looks
mind.
like.
I'm just kidding.
No.
Like, who
no.
does that?
I don't know.
I saw it on Shameless
Right.
once.
But like if he hadn't told me from the very beginning, first date, I am this long sober, he said something about spiritual health or what's that
Okay.
called? God damn it.
Got nothing.
Spiritual wellness. Spiritual wellness. So he made that
Is
comment
that
and I
a
was
store?
like, nope. I was like, that verbiage sounds familiar. Are you sober?
Oh, yeah, like
And he
Oh.
was
honest
like,
and open-minded and
right,
willingness.
Yes, right. And I was like,
One day at a
Ow.
time.
one
Right.
day at a time.
sounds
Think.
like you're in the room.
Yeah.
Just let me
It's just
know.
like so many little clever.
Yeah, which is fine. But
Keep
had
it
he
simple.
He
not,
puts
had
his
he
keys
not
down. It's got
said that
10 fucking things on it.
Had he not said that from day one, had he just said that he doesn't drink, obviously we would have had a different conversation later. If you weren't honest about the fact that you are busy as shit,
Yeah.
or that you have 3 children, or
Yeah.
that you like
Yeah.
that you have to go home halfway through the day because you have a fucking dog. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
just
yeah.
fucking you can't just travel and just pick up.
I can't see you snort cocaine. I can't.
No.
I can't.
No,
I can't.
right, like, I
can't.
mean-
I can't.
But you
Right.
have to be able to, like, if you're trying to date someone,
If you
you're
act
not
like-
15
right.
anymore.
Yeah.
No.
You know, we're
can't-
grown ass adults. If you're trying to
No.
date, you should be asking, like, look, if you can't go through their social media and see what they're basically like, you're an asshole. And here's the thing. I had a girl show me, I go, let me see his social media. He had this,
Put your hand in.
yes,
Absolutely.
he had 2 pictures.
And
I was like this.
Sketchy as
And
shit.
Yeah.
he's in his early 20s.
No.
On what? On like Facebook? Because like
All of
early
it.
20s don't use Facebook.
All of it.
Still cereal
Instagram.
vibes. serial
Instagram.
killer.
I was like
No.
this. He's hiding everything.
Yup.
Yeah, he is private.
He gonna
as
kill
shit.
you. He gonna
in
put
like
you in
a
the
bad
basement.
way.
Not in a good way.
He gonna
No,
put you in
a
the
bad way.
basement.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's private and he says, I don't just use social media.
She
Don't-
said that he would have over, what was it, 200 snaps a day.
Wait,
Nope.
what?
No, you
Snap-
go to his
snaps.
like profile and it's like a bajillion points, a bajillion. No,
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What the fuck is snaps?
on Snapchat, love.
Oh.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
get into it.
Don't. It's
I don't
stupid.
have it.
I don't.
It's gone.
I have it, but
I
I don't
I
bet
check
turned
it.
it on the other day for the first time in
Did you?
forever, and I had this filter on that made me look so good.
I
And I was
know.
like,
it
delete.
just makes me better. But no, I don't get notifications for Snapchat. Like I have it.
No, I don't get notifications.
But I'm saying
man.
she was like, for a guy who doesn't have a big social media
No
presence,
I thought you were gonna say
media.
something else,
Stop it.
that's because you're hiding some shit.
dude. I don't
Absolutely,
like that.
because you have to be private. Because if you were public, you'd have 30 different women saying, "Why aren't we in a
He
relationship?"
said he didn't
on
want anything
Facebook?"
serious until everything was just right. I was like,
Yeah.
that's a good line.
It sure is. I had a client the other day that was like, the boy that she was seeing, like
The boy?
dating, the man that she was seeing
Yeah.
and dating, was like, I don't want to get serious until I'm ready for a relationship, but when I'm ready, it will be serious. And she was like, listen, motherfucker, if we're not like exclusively dating, you think one day you're just gonna like pop off and like propose? You haven't met my family.
We're not buying a car.
I
We're
haven't
not
met
buying
your
a house.
family.
We're not going
like
grocery
like
shopping.
we have to like
you
there
looking
are
for cantaloupe?
stages.
Like,
how does one go from like just seeing each other to like serious? That's dumb. She's like, that's dumb.
It is dumb.
you know what that was.
We have
Yeah.
had lengthy conversations about it.
Gross.
All right,
We're on to
Next.
number 7.
Last one. No, number 10. Repeating past relationship mistakes. This is
I love to live and learn. Bye.
you don't
I
like to
passed all
you
this
don't-
time.
You don't like to live and live.
She's
live and
killing
live
it.
and live and just find the next person that will
But hold on.
what?
Just because somebody that you dated didn't jive with who you are and how
Well-
you live, that doesn't mean you should fuck. Because here's the problem. Then you flip it and the pendulum goes clear on the other side.
Every time.
and
every
then you're
time.
like this. Then the next person's like, I'm not into that. And you're like, well, the fucking last girl loved that. And I didn't do it for her. Now I do it for you and you fucking hate it. Like, okay,
Yeah.
say like you like your space. If a guy was, or a guy was dating a girl before you and they break up and she didn't give him enough and he's like, man, I kind of screwed it up. I could have gave her some more time. And he's like, hey, I'm going to make some more time for you, blah, blah, blah. And you're
Absolutely.
like, whoa, motherfucker. And he's like going, I can't win.
Well, you got to live
no.
and learn.
Right.
She never went.
Keep trying on
and like,
clothes.
so this would be like the girl after her.
Yeah.
You want your space and you're like, I'll see you when I see you. Don't adjust your schedule because I
No,
sure as shit am
because
not.
Here's the thing
And
about
then
me.
afterwards,
No, here's the thing about me. I am super up front because I don't have fucking time to waste.
Yeah.
Like I am busy and I don't have time to waste. So I'm always up front. First date, I might come off a lot, but I'm telling you that I used to shit on chests. I used to smoke a lot of crack cocaine. And I'm telling you about what I like and don't like. So now if we're 6 months in and you're fucking, cutting all your bands off and shit and you're coming and hanging out and like trying to do craft shows and shit at the house, absolutely not. I was already up front.
You're not into that.
And
You
now
are
I got to communicate again. This has literally
But I will
happened.
say this.
she is not warm
But
and fuzzy. That's what she's got some grit.
But not just that, but you are an exception. You are not the rule. You are a
She
very
might be a
exceptional
knife.
person that's been going through you've been through a lot of stuff. You know exactly where your path is and things like that. Most people aren't as fine-tuned about their existence as what you are right now. Now, when you're in a relationship and you're dating, you're trying a bunch of different things. Like, do I like sushi? Do you really like sushi?
I
or do you-
motherfucking love sushi.
Okay.
Skadoosh.
but some people can only eat cooked parts of sushi. So you really don't love sushi. You love kind of sushi. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, like, most people's relationships
You
are
don't
kind of
love
like that.
Sushimi. Yeah.
Right. It's like people that eat real sushi.
I love
and
the
and not
raw
that one is
fucking
better
fish.
than the
Right.
other. Not that one is better or anything.
No, it's just preference.
Right.
But like honest preference.
Okay. My stepdad is a really good pool player. He wouldn't play pool with people who weren't good at playing pool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get that.
It's like playing music with
Yeah.
people who can't play.
Oh my god. Or you
Look at her face. Look at her face.
I know.
It's
right.
miserable. Now listen, if some little kid sitting there playing along, you'll entertain it for a minute.
A little kid.
A little kid, but
For a
not a
minute.
grown ass adult.
For a
It's
minute.
like
No.
a 4-year-old.
And I don't
Okay.
even
That's where
really
I
like
cut out a-
kids, so.
So that's where it goes. And I'm saying this because unfortunately most people don't know. They just know that they're supposed to be in a relationship.
Oh my God, that's not even the truth.
I know. But they know that that's their
You're supposed
worth.
to have a person.
That's their worth, and their worth is based on it. So it can get
Why are
very
they
hairy.
conditioned to be? Who does this?
Because we need people
Society.
to. There's a lot
I
of
know,
reasons.
but, like,
that's a
God.
whole nother fucking show.
Fuck.
But there's a lot
Am
of
I
reasons
fired?
why.
I'll
no,
come back and talk about that show too.
Yes, there is a lot of. I mean, there is a
There
lot
are,
of reasons
yeah.
why. A, we do get lonely, but B, you got to procreate. You have to build your civilizations. You have to build your churches. You have to build your communities, and it's all based around mating.
Yeah. Well, and if you die single, like obviously
You don't want to be a
what's
cat
wrong with
lady.
you.
You've heard that shit.
Oh, I love.
Dude, you know a good girl's favorite things to say to me that are mean?
What?
When we break up? You know you're going to die alone, Thomas. I go, most people do. I don't know if you noticed that.
Why do I see? Here's my other thing:
I would
is
say
why are we
50%
conditioned
do.
to believe that breakups have to be ugly?
I say it all the time. Normalize breakups.
I mean, it's just
It is
it's okay.
It is
You know how
Pretty
many
common.
fucking relationships I've lost, whether they're sexual or not? Like, just even girlfriends. I'm like, on to the next. Y'all fucking.
Right. You're not my people.
No,
right?
but it
Like,
doesn't have to be mean. I don't take half their shit and call and tell them you're gonna die alone.
Right? It's true.
You know what, Thomas? I'll come over
Yeah,
and
die
watch
alone.
you fade out.
Yeah, just like this. I won't see you from this day forth, and then I'll be laid on my deathbed, and I'll be like, shut the fuck
She'd
up,
be
she's
like, here we go.
I'll be
I
like,
heard you were sick.
listen, I'll give you that girl's number and be like, he's not alone, bitch.
He's not alone.
Videotape
Click.
it
Right.
and put it up on social. Look at
right.
us.
Yeah.
I'm over there.
Snap it. Snap.
It's going pee.
Snap a picture.
She's like, I got Snapchat on.
200 a day.
Yeah. So, I mean, people just get mean.
Yeah.
All right, what's one more?
Oh,
We got a
okay.
little bit of time. Just a little bit.
Getting caught up in brain chemicals.
Oh, I don't.
Ooh,
All right.
that's
One
easy.
moment.
That's easy.
Love.
Tea for time. Hold, please.
I know.
I know what that is.
Jesus.
Love might be mysterious, but neuroscientists have pinpointed that the biology of love, in essence, your brain releases a host of chemicals when you start a relationship. If you're new to relationships, the rush can be so extreme that you're convinced that this love is forever.
Do you remember when I told
Girl.
you that when you get out
know.
of practice of dating, why you get so bamboozled every time?
Woo! Look
Bamboozled.
at him.
Because
He's
you're
cute.
out.
He's nice.
It's like
He's
going to the
freaking-
gym once a year. You're tired. You're sore. But if you go to the gym all the time, you're pretty reasonable. If you quit dating, this is way easier to happen to you.
Well,
Like-
this is why
like
I
the
feel
intro-
like a lot of people. Sorry.
No. What is it? Go ahead. A lot of people what?
A lot of people who get divorced, like the first or second person they date is like the greatest person they've ever met,
And ruins them worse than any human
Oh,
Correct.
ever been
shit.
with them.
because they are giving them everything they haven't gotten because you were on stage 4
And you gave them the playbook.
and now we're on stage 1 and you're like, I hated my husband because he didn't do this and do this and do this.
And that
they're
guy's
like,
going, okay,
got it.
okay.
So you want this and
Yeah.
you want this
Check.
and you want this.
Uh-huh. Can I
Noted.
borrow your car?
And they're
And
and they're putting on the mask and they're giving
love your
false
kids.
pretenses.
I love your
Absolutely. I would love to go to all of their basketball games this season.
he never went to their games?
He didn't cook you dinner?
Like, he didn't rub your feet till you fell
Right.
asleep?
You didn't right. He didn't play with
He
your
didn't greet you at
hair.
the door?
Yeah, he didn't greet you at the door.
Yo, I lost
He didn't
my
go
debit
down
card.
on
Can I
you.
borrow yours?
Right,
Yo,
yeah.
I love. I'll take it.
I forgot my pen.
And then all of a sudden, but like what this is
Oh,
saying is like
shit.
chemically your brain lights up like the fucking 4th of July.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And
Avoid that shit.
Right.
But
So-
that's what I when I had that conversation with my
yeah.
friend, I said you're out of practice dating. You have to be.
understand that this is
I said it the best way when you're walking through the woods. If you walk through the woods every day, you know where you can smell if there's an animal. You can tell if there's an animal. You can hear it. You can hear everything because you're there. You think someone's going to kill you or you're going to kill it. But if you only walk in the woods once every month, there could be a fucking bear behind you. You'd be like,
Don't
oh
know.
shit, there's a
Right.
bear. Same thing.
yep.
So date a lot.
Yep.
Date a lot.
Yeah, don't get caught up.
Sit
I guess
on a face.
I like this
Or
because
two.
it says those chemicals actually blind us and push us into making rash decisions as far as moving forward too quickly.
Ooh, God.
So like, it's the fucking spark.
Yeah.
There's
It's
a
not even really a
spark.
spark,
He's
though.
fantastic. No,
You're
it's
blinded by
fucking dopamine.
glitter, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's
You know what's-
serotonin.
You know what's
like,
good is that when has anybody had like a friend for a few years and then dated?
That friend?
Fucking love that.
I had that.
Date that
once,
friend?
but-
Yeah, like I was friends with.
I tried with Justin and Mike, and they're like, dude,
The-
this
you know,
tastes
y'all
weird.
missing
And I was
out
like,
on
I
Thomas.
agree.
This tastes.
We did it at the same time, so it didn't come across weird. You know what I mean? That way we couldn't judge. You know, like one of us didn't seem weaker than the other.
What I'm so.
I'll just draw a picture for you
Okay.
later.
All
It's
right,
like,
all
right, yeah.
it's like,
Take
I
this
just
to
need
the
like
re-
stick figures and whatever.
yeah.
No, I tried to date once. I tried to
like
date
a friend that was your friend for
Yeah,
like years.
forever. it muddied the waters
Oh,
a little
God.
bit, and then we just went back. Like
Okay.
that was
You're like, that felt weird.
So this was something I did
Yeah.
different recently. It was like
Yeah.
a friend for a few years, and then we just went to New Orleans
Gave her
once,
hell?
and I was like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, all right, come on into my bed.
I was gonna say, come
Right.
on over.
come on.
Let's
Sometimes it's well, I had somebody talk the other day about can guys be friends with girls without wanting to
Oh
sleep
my
with
god,
them.
that's a whole episode. I really do think like
Here's my thing.
heterosexual friendship, whole episode.
I
Sure.
have one male friend
That's it.
that's I'm like tight with, but other
That's
than
it.
that, no, I don't.
I have a handful of girls that I'm really good friends with, and that's it. There's no
But
weirdness.
there's a lot of times
Yeah,
where
I
it's
have
just
like two, really.
but I'm
that,
going to
like-
be honest.
you'd fuck them.
I have no.
Oh,
no. No.
Gun to your
Nope.
head.
You let 'em-
No.
Gun to your
You
head.
let
You
it
wouldn't
on
do
their
it.
face.
I mean,
and
gun
shit.
to my head, I'd fuck damn near anything. I like living. It's just fucking. So, but if I'm gonna die, Jesus.
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, I've almost
coming.
die a lot. I'm trying to live.
That's true.
I
You
will
are
say
like
this.
3 for 3
I
right
know-
now.
Fuck, dude.
You can't go out for not fucking. Like that can't be.
They're like, really?
Yeah.
That's it? That's all I would have saved your
That's what
life?
they're gonna put in your obituary.
Jesus, this punk
He was
ass bitch.
supposed
He
to
gave up.
fuck, right? He was supposed to
Gave
fuck,
up.
and he couldn't do it. Stage fright, and now here he is.
Damn it.
Oh,
Could
shit.
not
That's that
perform.
whiskey.
A performer who couldn't perform. So I know this. I think some people's intentions are definitely fucking creepy as shit.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I think limit your amount of people you involve yourself with, period.
Regardless
Three
of
doesn't
gender.
girlfriends.
matter.
I got the
If
three best
you
girls.
are, I have like a best friend, and then
Yeah.
I have a secondary circle of people that
Yeah.
are like pretty close. But if you don't have boundaries and standards and expectations, that's what throws bitches out the window or men out the window. Like,
But how many, I mean,
do you
literally,
mean?
you have people coming into your therapy and they go, yeah, I was, my work guy. And next thing you know, you're sharing things with them and you're giving them
every
all
time.
the information.
When I tell
I know.
you, every time you let your boundary down and you are lacking something in your relationship and have I won't even say heterosexual, like a intimate emotional relationship with anybody that you could potentially be attracted to, out the window. I have somebody on my caseload right now that they're like, I think my wife likes women. What the fuck?
Right.
Oh.
Or like somebody, I've had couples split up. I've been doing private practice for a little over a year, and they're like, I actually do think I'm in love with my best friend.
Oh shit.
And
Not
their
the
wives
best
or their
friend.
girlfriends are like,
No, I can tell
yeah,
you
no
why.
shit.
I can tell you why, though.
What is the reason, Tom?
Because their best friend or their coworker doesn't judge them.
Oh, right. Right.
They don't judge them. They're literally going, well, that's because you're
Makes
standing
sense.
from the outside
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
perspective.
yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
like, well, why would they talk to you
But
that
like,
way?
here's
And
the
then you're
thing.
like, oh my God, this
oh
person's
my God,
kind.
you're
And
so understanding.
You know what I like for lunch? Yeah, I work with you 5 days a fucking week.
Yeah, I'm with you
literally
all the
bitch
time.
that they put mayonnaise on your fucking sandwich 17 times. Yes, I know not to get fucking mayonnaise on it.
But here's the thing: when you let your emotional intimacy barrier down for a coworker or for a friend,
Coworker.
y'all
A hoe worker.
have,
No, he
have
didn't.
nothing to lose.
Right.
You don't have anything to
No,
lose.
because you can
So
walk away
you
from
and-
them.
Yeah,
That's
you
why side
and
pieces.
this-
That's the same thing as side
you
pieces.
end this and come in here. I would be willing to bet that you have almost double the problems.
100%.
Because
Because you're feeling like you're getting fulfilled over here, and then it makes you look at your mate. And
Yeah.
and here's the other thing. Then there's those people that are putting the poison in your head. Girl, I would never
No,
do that
when
to
they're
you.
shitty.
Oh shit.
and I feel like that's what people are scared of when you're in a friendship like
That's
that. They're like,
gross.
wait, hold on. Like, you're going to work and you're coming home being shitty.
Listen, I learned a very valuable lesson in my last relationship. I keep that shit in house.
Yeah.
I love
Oh, yeah.
her,
And that's it.
and that's
She's
it.
the
And
only
nobody's
person I'm
hearing
gonna-
like unless it's my best friends
Right.
that we're having a moment. But other than that,
Nobody
we are
else is
not
gonna
doing
hear
that
about it.
shit. No,
What always fucks me up as
don't take that shit to work.
no.
as a therapist is people who will come to session and we talk through it. Like, this is my job, right? But they come to session and they're like, so I'm talking to this guy or I'm talking to this girl, and I automatically, because you know me, I'm just the same. I like put my hand in my head and I'm like, I
Yeah.
saw this coming.
Mhm.
And they're like, I know I shouldn't bitch to them, but we were talking 10 times out of 10. They're like, they know it's not okay, but they're missing something and they need something and they're getting
Yeah,
it. But if
from
you
the-
can verbalize it to me as a completely third party person, or Joe
From
Right.
the
as a completely third party person, why can't we have that conversation?
Did I tell you about the old? I don't know if I talked about it on the show, but I had an older lady. She had a husband that passed away, and then she got with her husband, their next husband. You know what I mean? Together, and she goes, years in, I started falling for my boss. I started getting my hair cut nice, wearing cute panties,
Yep.
thinking I'm. And she goes, and one day it hit me. Why am I not doing this for my fucking husband?
Yeah, why
That is
is it?
so
And
much
she
Why
said,
is
I
it?
started doing it for him, and everything went right back.
Done. Right.
And she goes, I love him.
Better.
And I was
Right.
like this. That's the most honest.
Oh yeah.
She was
Yeah.
honest as shit.
Right. But that is
cool.
honest, transparent intention and awareness.
It's nice to hear from her,
Yes.
Yeah.
though.
I
That
love good
she
awareness.
almost fucked up and went,
She was like, huh. And I guess here's the thing. That would
Light
probably
bulb.
work for him
yeah,
or for him.
yeah,
Either way, where are you going to put your intention?
Yeah.
right.
Pause. Think about it. Evaluate.
Purity.
All right. So listen, be nice to people and avoid some dumb shit. But listen, you
And
can
don't
also
smoke crack.
don't smoke crack. Oh yeah, we have a number you can call.
do.
Listen, we've been listen. That's the first time we haven't done that.
It
Like and
was,
subscribe. But you can give us a call at 234-200-5949. The number's up on the screen. Send us a text.
Yeah.
2, 3,
Um,
4.
I want to see your
2.
Christmas trees. I want to see your Christmas trees. Like and subscribe on all the socials. I will say this. We said what to avoid in a new relationship, but you could probably tighten that up in an existing relationship as well,
Well, yeah.
right?
Yeah. If we're doing like damage control, harm reduction,
I want to say this too.
if you're doing these things, and sometimes like undoing them is hard as fuck.
That means you have to
Why
admit
do them in the
faults.
first place?
Right. But
Yeah.
like moving boundaries backwards or reestablishing expectations is extra hard. It's a lot easier,
Just
simpler
to not do them.
to just move on.
Kill it and get a
to
new
just,
one.
Yep, just
Kill
cut
it.
it and learn. But that's kind of what we were just talking about.
I
Like
told a
there
guy.
are other people that like
I said, if you don't fix what you have now or attempt to fix it, you are just going to go to the next one and not
with
be
the
able to do
same
it.
shit.
If you're not happy here in
Yeah.
Ohio, you're not going to be happy when you move somewhere else.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No, right.
Take that
you
shit
didn't
with you.
fix anything. You just called it
Take
what it
you
was
with
and then
you.
ended it.
You take you with you.
All that's
Yep,
going to do is help you
that's true.
call it next time, not fix it, not avoid it, not address it. Like
Right.
you
Get
just
some
know what
therapy.
you just know
Yeah.
what red flags look like.
Yeah, get
now.
hold of Kelly.
Give some.
Come on.
2, 3, 4.
Right.
2, 0,
Counselor
0.
Kelly.
All right. You guys have a good thing.
All right.
Chrissy, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. You
It's
guys.
almost Christmas. Act like you fucking
You
love
gotta
each
tell 'em,
other.
Be kind.
Be kind, motherfuckers.
Be-